I had said about 2 years ago, I thought Shohei Ohtani was better than Babe Ruth, and I got pushback. I admit I was wrong. He's significantly better than Babe Ruth.
Shohei Ohtani is the greatest talent the MLB has ever seen. He is the first player to pitch and hit since Babe Ruth, the first player to join the 50-50 club, and the first player to be unanimously considered the GOAT. But amongst all his successes and failures, what do his teammates, fans, and critics actually have to say about it? Shohei is an icon at the MLB, and at times it seems that he is the only person that anyone wants to talk about. Because of this, other players constantly weigh in on their thoughts about Shohei's greatness, like these players who said,
"In the obvious, what do you admire about Shohei?"
I feel like everything's obvious. You know, hits for average, hits for power, the speed. You know, doing what he did this year with the 50 stolen bases. That's it got talked about a lot, but I don't think it got talked about enough.
We'll talk about him on the field and how incredible he is, but what's he like off the field?
No, to be honest, you don't see him.
You don't see him?
No, you can't really see him.
Okay,
because,
what's wrong with this dude?
He's that person that he literally cannot go anywhere. Wow. He can't live a normal life, and so it kind of sucks.
Right.
What are some things you see about his game that, you know, player to player, that you admire or that you notice?
I admire the ability to stay within himself. From day one, has had a lot of pressure on him, and his ability to stay within himself and to not get too big. That, to me, that's brilliant.
He never worked way too much and never worked a little. He just did what he needed to do, and I mean, he's just more gifted and just better than everybody. And there's nothing you can do.
When he walked in the room, the first thing I thought, I was like, holy shit, man. This is one good-looking guy. This guy's an actor. This guy should be on film. First of all, he's tall, good-looking guy, and he carries himself like a true professional for how young he is.
You know, Shoei's a good dude.
Yeah.
Like, great teammate, you know, just one of them guys that wants to win, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, we're both competitive. You know, he's not big cocky guy. He's not, you know, he's not gonna rub it in your face.
He's unbelievable. I mean, it's there's not many holes in his swing spots to go. You got to, you know, pick your spots where you're gonna, you know, challenge, not challenge, whatever it is. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy to punch him.
I put out a tweet last night. I said he's not a generational talent. He's the best to ever do it.
Right.
Like, I don't think he's like, hey, he's the best in our generation. No, it's like, no.
Generations.
Ever. Nobody that's put a baseball glove on their hand or picked up a bat can say that they are a better overall baseball player than Shohei Ohtani.
Well, everybody was on 40-40 watch, and then he does it. He hits a walk-off grand slam for 40-40, which we thought was going to be the highlight of the season. And then we realized the date. We're like, boys, it's August. Like, he got a shot for 50-50. And then he stays hot, and he starts creeping closer and closer. But every time he got up there, it was like he's gonna do something special. Like, it just felt like he was gonna hit a homer every time.
Literally.
And it felt that way. Like, he got up, you're like, and you look at the matchup with the pitcher, and every pitcher was like, he's gonna hit this ball really far.
What's it like playing with him every day? You know what I'm saying? Because you're a superstar. You know, he's a superstar.
Yeah.
And, you know, really, to be real, Mikey, like, he's by far the biggest superstar. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen a lot of great players. I played with a lot of great players. I've never seen he's special, man.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody sees it.
He's impressive. I mean, it's things that never happened since 19 something. I don't know. It's just things that never happened in our era, and it's very cool what he's doing. I mean, it's just unbelievable, and I'm glad that he's doing well too. He's just impressive.
I mean, Shohei as just a player is almost like you're playing MLB The Show and doing Create a Player, and you're maxing out all the stats, and everyone's like, oh, come on, that's not real.
Shohei clearly has gained the respect and love of nearly all his MLB colleagues, but their love is far outshadowed by the support Shohei gets from the fans. So let's see what they have to say about it. Shohei is the most famous baseball player of all time. He has had the highest selling jersey nearly each season he has been in the MLB. Ticket prices go up significantly when he pitches, and an economist estimated that over 600,000 fans went to the ballpark in 2022 alone just to see Ohtani. Because of this major outcry of support for Shohei, fans and critics have a lot of great things to say about him, like these ones who said,
running out of words to describe this guy, but if you think about it, he's having a vintage Aaron Judge year offensively, and on the other side of the ball, he's having a vintage, Justin Verlander side, and these two mega superstars built in one person. If you think about a guy like Tom Brady, you never see him leading the league in passing and sacks.
I had said about 2 years ago, I thought Shohei Ohtani was better than Babe Ruth, and I got pushback. I admit I was wrong. He's significantly better than Babe Ruth.
There's only one guy who's even had 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in any season, and that's Brady Anderson, of course, the legendary slugger Brady Anderson.
That 1 year. Like I said, Barry Bonds, there was a stretch for about 7-8 years that Barry was must-watch TV because he was only going to get one pitch to hit a night because they were going to normally walk a pitch around him. Right. And he's going to hit it in McCovey Cove or he's going to hit it hard off the wall. That's what this young man is doing this season. Right. He's appointment watch. Like, okay, the Dodgers are playing. Okay, he's leading up. Right. Okay, once he hits, you can go about your day. Right. But you got to see Ohtani.
Starts the 50-50 club and might end the 50-50 club. I don't know if we'll ever get to see what we saw yesterday ever again. Joining us right now to talk about that is their former general manager, Ned Colletti, joining us here on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Try to put into perspective what Shohei Ohtani did yesterday in Miami in this entire season.
Obviously never been seen before in so many different ways.
The only difference between truth and fiction has to make sense. Yeah. This doesn't make sense, but it's true.
It's true. It's special to watch. It really, he's everything that they said he is and more.
They underpaid him. He worth a bill.
Yeah.
Everything is uncharted territory when it comes to this guy. He is the most remarkable player we've ever seen. I got asked about 2 weeks ago if I thought he would get to 40-40. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a trick question. Of course he's going to get to 40-40.
And I know, Dad, people are going to say, well, the stolen bases are easier now with the new rules. Look around the game. Who else is stealing bags at the rate he is? It's 93, 94%, over 50 stolen bases. It's one of the greatest years in baseball history stealing bases. Actually, there's 150 guys in baseball, pure speed, who are faster than Shohei. He's not a complete burner on the base. He's fast, don't get me wrong. But he's stealing bases because he's smart and gets great jumps.
Here's another thing. Everybody talks about Acuna's season last year. This is a popular little counter narrative now, that Acuna's season last year, 41-73, was actually better. It's nonsense. It's utter nonsense. In the history of baseball, there have been 367 40-homer seasons. There have only been 49 50-homer seasons. It is orders of magnitude harder to hit 50 home runs in a season than it is to hit 40.
Take into account, last night he became the first player with 3 home runs and 2 stolen bases in the same game in Major League Baseball history. Yep. Add up the numbers: 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. That number equates to number 25. That 25 is the highest number in a game in Major League Baseball history.
When we talk about Ohtani, who are we watching? How great is this kid?
Oh, he's good. And he can fly. For a big guy, this guy can fly. He's got great power to all fields. When he's on the mound, he's electric. I haven't seen anything like him to go both ways like this,
Felipe Alou once told me about Willie Mays. He's too good. And that's who Shohei Ohtani is now. He is too good. On the night that the Dodgers clinched another playoff spot, on the night that he became the first player ever to go 50-50. He had arguably the greatest single night a player has ever had.
These numbers are so stupid. Here's what they are. I just want to run through these really quickly. He's gone to bat. He's at 23 plate appearances. He has 19 official at-bats, so he's been hit by a pitch and walked 3 times. Yep. He's batting .579. His on-base percentage is .652. His slug, listen carefully, his slug, not his OPS, his slug is 1.053. His OPS is 1.705. Just for a point of reference, any slug above any OPS above 900 is elite.
You are one of the best players in the game.
His is 1.705. It's nearly double elite.
This year he couldn't pitch, so he made up his mind. What can I do this year that no one else has done? And then he goes 50-50. Scott, no player with 50 homers in a season has ever stolen 25 bases in that season. He doubled it in one season.
We have to talk about Shohei Ohtani.
Bro.
I don't know if there are any superlatives left to describe accurately what we're seeing from this guy.
Shohei clearly is loved by all his fans and critics, and based on their praise, it is easy to see why. But to understand why Shohei's fans, critics, and teammates speak so highly of him, it's important to look at what in-game moments have contributed to his success and what commentators have said about him while they happen.
皆さん、彼のプレーを見るたびに、またやってくれた、と驚かされ、言葉を失うほどの偉業を目の当たりにしています。これまで MLB の歴史で数々のスターが誕生しましたが、彼ほど特別な選手は他にいません。彼が50本塁打、50盗塁を達成した瞬間、球場全体が爆発するような歓声に包まれました。まさに歴史的瞬間。シーズン序盤から彼の異次元の活躍は続いていましたが、ここまでの記録を残すとは、と誰もが想像を超えた結果を目の当たりにしたはずです。チームメイトたちも、彼と一緒にプレーできることは幸運と口を揃えて言いますし、対戦相手でさえも、どうやって抑えればいいのかわからないとお手上げ状態でしたね。特に今日の試合では大谷選手の圧倒的なパフォーマンスが光りました。打席に立つたびにまた何かやってくれるという期待感が膨らみ、実際にその期待を裏切ることなく驚異的な一打を放ち続けました。彼のスイングには無駄がなく、ボールがバットに当たる瞬間にはこれはもう確実にホームランだと確信できるような力強さがあります。そして走塁のスピードも圧巻。大柄な体格にもかかわらず、驚くほどの速さでベースを駆け抜ける姿にはただただ感嘆するばかりです。試合後のインタビューでチームメイトたちが彼のことを史上最高のプレイヤーと称えたのも納得です。彼はチームを勝たせる選手、彼がいるとチーム全体がレベルアップすると誰もが認める存在。これほどの影響力を持つ選手が今まさにこの時代にプレーしていること自体が奇跡のように感じます。そして何より大谷翔平選手はファンの皆さんと共に歩む選手でもあります。彼のプレーを見るために世界中からファンが球場に足を運び、彼が打席に立つたびに息を飲むような静寂が広がり、そして打球がスタンドに吸い込まれた瞬間、一斉に歓声が上がる。この光景こそ彼が持つカリスマ性と影響力の証ですね。そんな大谷選手について皆さんはどう思いましたか？今日の試合のハイライト、特に印象に残ったプレーはありましたか？ぜひコメント欄で教えてください。また皆さんの予想では次の試合で彼はどんな記録を打ち立てると思いますか？次の試合でホームランを打つと思う？いや、今回は盗塁で見せてくれるはずなど、皆さんの意見をお待ちしています。そして今回の動画では一体どんな伝説的な選手たちが登場したでしょうか？歴代の名プレイヤーたちが大谷翔平選手について語る貴重な瞬間がたくさんありましたね。あなたはどのレジェンドのコメントが印象に残りましたか？ぜひ登場したレジェンドの名前をコメント欄に書いてみんなで答え合わせをしましょう。どの選手の言葉が一番心に響いたのか、感想もお待ちしています。これからも皆さんと一緒に大谷翔平選手の活躍を追いかけていきたいと思いますので、このチャンネルをまだ登録していない方はぜひ登録して次回の動画もお見逃しなく、大谷選手のプレーをリアルタイムで楽しむために一緒に盛り上がりましょう。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。